Hello students. See, today we'll see about the next chapter of biology, that is tissue system. So if we start the tissue, this concept is very clear. Tissue states that this is what, if it is a single cell and this is the smallest unit of life, if so many cells are grouped, it forms tissue. It forms tissue, right? So simple group of cell is called tissue. So this is a very simple definition of tissue. Group of cells is called tissue. But if we see as per your standard, it states that tissue may be defined as group of cells which are similar in structure and origin, but they perform the specific functions is called tissue. What tissue may be defined as group of cells which are same in structure and origin, but they perform the specific functions is called tissue. So this is the concept of tissue. So first time there was a scientist whose name was Beckett. Beckett first time introduced the concept of animal tissue. Animal tissue. The Beckett was the scientist who introduced the first time about the term given animal tissue. And the same one, Anne Grew. Anne Grew was another scientist who gave the term about plant tissue. Plant tissue. Clear? So this is the tissue definition of tissue, Beckett, and we have know about these two scientists. Now coming to, we have another term like if I give another term like histology. What is histology? Histology states what is study of tissue. Study of tissue is called histology. So now see children, whatever plant cell or animal cell, plant tissue or animal cell, if we study entirely, that branch is called histology. Clear? Another we see anatomy. You might have heard about plant anatomy or animal anatomy. It states the structure and function of the internal organs. So what is the structure and what is the physiological function that is shown by the organs, tissue, cells, referred as anatomy. Clear? So these are the basic terms. Now we'll try to see about the differences between plant tissue and animal tissue. Plant tissue and animal tissue. So children, major differences I will tell you about the plant tissue. So plant tissue has property totipotency. Totipotency means there is a growth and development inside the cell. So cell is fertile in nature, that can divide, and this is that we can see in case of plant, but in case of animal we have pluripotency. Pluripotency. What is here? If we compare in animal cell, the complexity is maximum, right? There is a development of ectodermal, mesodermal and endodermal layers. So we see the division and we see the development and growth inside the cells. So that division called pluripotency. So these are the basic. In plants, unlimited growth. Plant tissue, unlimited growth we can see, but in case of animal, growth is limited. If we see the mode of feeding, mode of nutrition, they show in plants autotrophic, they show heterotrophic. That is very simple. So this is very important, you must know about totipotency and pluripotency. Now coming to, now we see the classification of tissue. Classification of tissue. So this divide into two parts, plant tissue, and the second is animal tissue. Plant tissue and animal tissue. We will study animal tissue later on. This plant tissue further classified into two groups: meristematic tissue and what? Permanent tissue. See, this meristematic tissue further classified into three groups. The first is apical meristem. Second is lateral meristem. And third is intercalary meristem. Clear? This permanent tissue further classified into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Very simple. This simple permanent tissue further classified into three groups: parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Clear? Parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. This complex tissue further classified into xylem and phloem. So this is the classification of plant tissue, children. Plant tissue, animal tissue. I am taking only about plant tissue. It is of two types: meristematic tissue, permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue, on the basis of location, it is of three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. Permanent tissue classified into two groups: simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue further classified into parenchyma, parenchyma, sclerenchyma, and complex tissue divides into two parts: xylem and phloem, that we know. So this is what the flow chart classification in terms of flow chart you must remember. Now we'll study one by one. So I'm rubbing it. Next we see the term. The first is meristematic tissue. What we'll see? Meristematic tissue. We'll start the meristematic tissue. See, children, word meristematic, derived from a word meristoge. What is meristoge? This is a Greek word. Meristoge is a Greek word which means divisible. It means the meristematic cells has ability to divide they are responsible for growth and development because division takes place. One cell can form two cells form four cells form 8 cells. This is a continuous divisibility. So this property of divisibility can be shown by meristematic tissue. This is the peculiar and very important feature we see in case of meristematic cell. These meristematic cells are always found at the tip of root and shoot because tip of root is growing because of division of these meristematic cells. Tip of shoot system is growing because of the division of meristematic cells. So, right. So this is about meristematic. Now coming to, if we see the characteristics. Characteristics of meristematic cell. Characteristics, if we see the characteristics of meristematic cell, what we see, the first characteristics of meristematic cells, that they may be oval shaped, they may be rod shaped, or they may be polygonal inside. Clear? We see they are isodiametric. Isodiametric means all cells are similar type. The diameter, almost diameter of cells are same size. It's called isodiametric. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and cell wall is thin. We find cell wall is thin. Now coming to this, we find intercellular space are absent. Intercellular spaces, we don't find any kind of space among the cells, so intercellular spaces are absent. We find cytoplasm abundant. Abundant means much amount of cytoplasm can be seen with prominent nucleus. And the last, very important, the cells have ability to reproduce or what? Divide. These cells have ability to divide. So these are different characteristics of possessed by meristematic cells. So this is very important. Now children, in next video we'll discuss about the permanent tissues, right? So till here you must go through the NCERT side book, whatever. In case any problem, call me. Thank you.